is it a guarantee that now that all 8 candidates will be allowed to run, and those who do not want to run, it's okay if they pull out of the race? Is it a guarantee that we will have an election on October 26th?
My reading of Justice Mativo's judgment yesterday was that all the candidates who are eligible to vie on the 8th of August 2017 are still eligible. And anybody finding otherwise would be discriminatory to all of them, and it would be against their political rights to participate in that election. And then, at the same time, another issue that arises is that the judgment did not direct that. What you have as the orders that the court granted, order number 2 was specific, that IBC should include Ekuru Aukot. It was specific that it is Ekuru Aukot who's supposed to be included in that judgment. But now, and I think what the IBC will do, and I think it is, to use their term, abundance of caution, is that to avoid somebody else rushing, one of the other candidates rushing back to the High Court and claiming that they have also been discriminated, is that you give everybody an opportunity to vie, so that if there's anybody who feels that they do not want to be included in that election, then at that point they can write to the IEBC through the prescribed Form 24A and then go ahead and withdraw from the race. But I think the position taken by the IEBC is correct. And if we are to go by Justice Mativo's judgment yesterday, I think we should have an election on 26th of October. Although I saw in the final orders indicated 26th of September 2017, I'm sure the same will be rectified.
All right, but Murigi, NASA is saying that we should refer back to the Elections Act and have fresh elections, meaning that we'll have fresh nominations within 90 days. So how does that come in?
That's the reason why I'm saying it was critical. All these deliberations that we are having right now will all focus to the judiciary. Right now, the only arbiter we have is the judiciary. I will refer you back to yesterday's judgment, and at paragraph 73, 74, I remember Justice Mativo saying that the reason why you have the Constitution specifying that the fresh election is supposed to be held within 60 days is because, to avoid absurdity, you cannot have nominations within those 60 days. So therefore, his conclusion is that the same candidates who had been nominated previously are the same ones that are supposed to be on the ballot in this fresh election, even if it's a new election. But now the matrix would change. For example, if we are to have a new election as a result of death, if you go from the purposes of death under Article 138, Sub-Article 8, then you have to go back afresh. You start with the nominations, and then, so that is why you have a duration of the election that should be held within 90 days. Within
the 90 days?
Yes.
All right. Honorable Amisi, did NASA see this coming, that the High Court ruled yesterday that all candidates will be eligible to run? Does this really change the strategy that NASA had? Because the leaders of NASA came out and said that this is a well-calculated move for Raila Odinga to withdraw his candidature. But did you see this one coming, and what does it mean?
I think we are looking at a situation whereby, you know, the composition of NASA as a coalition is made up of lawyers. And remember, most lawyers who are in the NASA coalition are the lawyers who actually wrote this constitution. So these are the people who know the constitution in and out. They know every part of the constitution and their own interpretation. Having said that, I want to remind the people from Jubilee side, because they seem to be pegging all their issues and their law amendments on one candidate. When NASA passes maybe amendments, whichever nature, from electoral laws and other constitutional requirements, we've been always doing that for posterity. But what the Jubilee are doing, they're actually bringing laws just to restrain the NASA candidate, to bar him, to do what. And remember, it's the same laws that will catch up with them or even their children.
All right.
So I think what you should also look at, are these laws for posterity or for just particular person?
All right.
And that, yes.
Yeah, but, you know, with the electoral laws notwithstanding, just going by what, you know, Justice Mativo ruled on yesterday, he said that all candidates are eligible to enter, to enter the race and actually participate.
Yes.
I